Survivors of a fire incident that razed their camp in Maiduguri, the Borno State capital, have received humanitarian support from a group to help them recover from their losses. TVC News' Jesse Tafida reports.
These are remnants of shelters destroyed by fire at Faria IDP camp, Maiduguri. Over 10,000 people were affected by the inferno, making them homeless. Some of the IDPs are trying to make a place to lay their heads. Barely 24 hours after this camp was razed, a group is here with relief items to be distributed to survivors of the inferno. Executive Director Frat Foundation says the items are to serve as immediate relief before other aid follows.
As national organizations, the most closest to the affected populations, we deem it fit that we must do this response within 24 hours in order to alleviate their sufferings. This thing happened yesterday night. In the morning, our team were here to conduct assessment. Immediately, they do the assessment report. We gather all the resources we have at our disposal to come to see that we alleviate the sufferings of the people here in this camp. And one of the priority needs was water, and there was water trucking activities, as you can see, in order to provide the people with access to safe drinking water, especially during the season of Ramadan.
Almost 10,000 people are living in this camp, and almost everything is being destructed here. As you can see, almost all the houses are burnt down, and imagine how they are going to have access to shelter. There is no access to shelter. Women and girls are in vulnerable states, and they can be violated.
The IDPs were in such need that they were unable to wait patiently for their share, and the situation became chaotic. Even though victims appreciate the gesture, much more is still needed to meet the needs of the survivors of the inferno. The destruction here is quite massive, and survivors are still counting their losses. It is hoped that appropriate steps will be taken to forestall future reoccurrence of such disasters in camps. Jesse Tafida, TVC News, Maiduguri.
The fire that engulfed